Welcome into Living Waters Sketches. We are telling people stories, hoping to build connection and community. We wanted to begin Living Waters Sketches by inviting in our leadership council and letting you get to know them. And so today we have Summer Burry with us. Yeah. This is Christina. She's hanging out with us through these Living Waters Sketches on our team. And so, Summer, welcome in.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to have you here. We are beginning these conversations by asking each of the folks that we have in what their favorite snack is. So, Summer actually got us a snack on her way in to today's interview time.
And they're all different.
They are all different.
Oh, you did different. Okay, so tell us what we have here.
So Christina has an almond milk flat white, but it's iced. Okay. That's just an Americano with heavy whipping cream.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And
caramel
drizzle.
Oh, come on.
So that's my favorite.
Okay. So your trick, though, look at your trick.
Yeah.
Is that this is a grande.
Right.
In a venti cup with extra ice.
Yeah, because if you just put it in a grande cup, sometimes it doesn't get cold enough.
Oh, you want the cold. It's not that you're a slow drinker.
No, I like that. I want it, if it's going to be iced, I want it good and icy or hot, like really hot, not in between. My first choice is hot coffee over iced, but I didn't want...
the same as this? Or...
Yeah, mine's the same as yours.
Okay,
yeah.
with honey.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
I'm a big
I
fan.
feel like you know us just by these drink orders. You got me the honey.
Yeah.
Ryan
caramel. Yeah.
The Americano.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are Americano.
I am.
I normally do. That's what I normally do is Americano with heavy cream. That's the best way to go.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so catch us up a little bit on you. Where are you from?
So I was actually born in a little town in Alaska called Kotzebue, right on the Sound. And we lived there my parents lived there for a long time, but I lived there just till I was 6. And then we moved to Tucson, Arizona. So bulk of my childhood.
Area.
Right.
They wanted to find something that was the same.
Right,
not too much
right. Yeah, not like a shock for the kids.
So we're going to go to Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I lived in Arizona until I went to college, and then my husband and I actually lived there for a year or two after we were married until we moved to the Northwest.
Well, where did you go to college?
I went to Lee University in Tennessee.
Oh.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little town in Cleveland, Tennessee. Yeah.
Hey, right on.
Yeah.
What took you out there?
Volleyball.
Was it the school? Were you like, I want to go? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I played volleyball.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, lots of fun.
And that's where you met Jordan?
No, Jordan and I met in high school. We are high school sweethearts.
Wait, really?
Yes, we've been dating since, a confession is that I'm 2 months older than him. Oh, so he was 15 and I was 16.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's a big deal in high school.
Really big deal.
Really
those months.
Well, and the months fall on what your enrollment date would be. So he was a year freshman apart? And I was a sophomore. Oh my goodness. So, yeah.
Wow, that's so fun. I didn't realize.
Were you taller than him when you started doing
no. Well, I think we were like right about the same.
Okay.
Now I am just a smidge.
This
is all confession. This is hot seat
never
right
coming
here.
off the internet. You are taller than your husband. Okay.
Yeah. And older.
And older.
Oh,
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Breaking all the rules.
Yeah. So
someone has to.
I need to. Did you know that Jordan was a professional golfer instructor, or was he a professional golfer?
He was.
I did know that.
You did know that?
That was like the first thing I ever asked you.
Yeah. He facilitated professional golf tournaments.
Fun.
Yeah, and then taught lessons and
probably in Arizona.
Stuff.
That makes sense.
He started in Arizona, but then we also did in Washington State and in Portland for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been down here then? So you moved to the Northwest, but now you're here.
Now we're here. We've been here. No, we've been here for 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Valley, it'll be 4 years in June.
Okay. Yeah. And you've stumbled into Living Waters somewhere.
We did 2 years ago.
Journey.
A little over 2 years ago.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really happy.
Yeah, you like it.
We do.
You stuck around, so that's good. This wouldn't really be the format, though, to let us know.
Okay, good to know.
We were going to give it a 2-year trial period, and it's not great. Oh, man. Okay, so tell us about your day-to-day life. What is the work you do? What are you putting your heart into, your hands into? What is that? What does life look like for you?
Right now, life looks like for me, we have 4 kids, and we live out in Sam's Valley. So
What are all their names and birth dates? Rattle them. No, I'm kidding. Don't do it. Don't
Yeah.
do it. It's like my
Yeah.
greatest fear is that
Yes.
someone would ask
Yes.
me on something like this, what are my children's birth dates?
birth
And-
dates,
yeah.
the years
You
are
have
where
the
I
names
get.
down though, right?
I could do the names. Yeah.
Okay.
It'd take
Yeah.
me I'd have to pause.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Not like in order though,
Yeah, I
just
go.
like in random.
Yeah.
I can do
yeah,
the
it
names.
jumps all over
Yes.
the place. It's Mercy, and then there's these three like
Yeah.
really annoying other ones. that, no.
Yes, I have Holland, and then the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have 4 kids, and our oldest is in middle school, and he's going to the hybrid program at his middle school, but the rest of the kids are being homeschooled this year. So right now, my days are really busy with homeschooling the 3 of them, and then I also homeschool another friend of ours. She has a daughter the same age as one of my kids, so
Perfect. So
Yeah.
that works out.
yeah. So we're making the best of it and enjoying it as much as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why the big coffees in the afternoon.
Lots of big coffee in the afternoon.
Right
Yes.
about. Oh
Right
man.
about.
So you're
Yeah.
doing it. You're in the thick of it, and
Yeah.
it's going well.
Yeah, it is going well. About halfway through the year, I really had to say, I'm not just homeschooling on the side and like doing all the things I've been doing in the past. Like I'm a homeschool teacher.
Right.
And so I need to just embrace that and kind of shut down some of the other things that I've been trying to get my hands into. And actually that really helped, even though I thought I would be disappointed
Yeah.
with the other things that I was letting go of, but it actually really helped me to fully embrace doing that, and then enjoyed it much, much more.
Yeah.
So
That is cool because you'll find that tension point won't be beneficial to like the long-term
Right.
health of what you're doing.
yes, yeah, pulling, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, good job.
Yeah.
That's wild. I think that a couple years ago, people would be like, "That's crazy," but now a lot of people
A lot of
going,
people are doing that.
Hey, yeah. So well done.
Yeah.
So beyond that,
Yeah.
So you're talking about the things. I'm going to ask a question where you're like, "I'm letting go of all these things and focusing on this,"
Right.
and then I'm going to say, "Hey, what are you passionate about?
Yes.
What's something you're doing?"
So, you gave us these questions beforehand to kind of think about, and I actually really did think about that. Like, what am I going to say? I'm passionate about homeschooling, but I'm totally not. And I'm doing homeschooling because I feel like that's the best decision. But
Yeah.
no, I'm not like super passionate about that. So what am I? And I remembered like 3 or 4 years ago, my youngest daughter, who's 7 now, we were getting ready for bed and just doing our nighttime tucking in and all of that. And she started kind of repetitively praying this prayer, God, would you divine this day? And at first I was like, oh, she's little. It's just a cute prayer. But the more she did it, and I could tell she was sort of drawn to the phrase somehow. And I don't even know honestly where it came from, but we kind of like looked into that as a family. And the idea behind saying divine this day is sort of like, let your kingdom come. It's like, make this day divine, giving it godly characteristics. And how do we do that? But through ourselves, like we bring that. So I feel like probably at different times in my life, there's different things that I've been really passionate about, but it's similar to just saying, well, here I am right now, and this is what I'm doing. So I'm passionate about whatever it is that makes this day divine.
Yeah.
Wow.
So right now, that's really amazing interactions with the kids who I'm homeschooling and working with my 8th grader, talking about what we're going to do for high school next year and all of those conversations.
Yeah.
I'm super passionate about my husband's job and partnering with him in all of that.
Just for a point of reference, as people are getting to know you, what is he?
Yeah,
do?
he's a U.S. Marshal.
Okay.
So he works in the Valley with a lot of different law enforcement agencies, and obviously it's been a tumultuous year for everyone
dive
in
into
that
that?
position.
You wanna
Let's talk
share
about
with us
that.
a little bit about
Yeah,
how-
let's
What's
talk
a
about
day
that.
in his life like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a less.
Yeah.
That's a little less loaded question.
Yes. Yeah. So we are both really, really passionate about that.
Yeah.
But as those seasons change, that's okay with me.
Mm-hmm.
And when we first moved here, my kids were going to school at the elementary school down the road from us. And I was really involved with the PTA and the teachers there and supporting the staff there as much as I could. I was so passionate about that. But I can't do both of those things. So anyway, I think to summarize that, the best way to describe what I'm passionate about is just to divine this day.
Yeah. I like that.
Wow,
Yeah.
she broke the question.
Yeah, you win.
I win. Oh,
And
good.
she had the best
Well,
pun of all time when she
Yeah.
said to summarize it. I like that. Well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So,
Yeah.
I have pretty awesome kids, and that makes being involved in the things that they're involved with really, really exciting, really fun.
Yeah. And are you able to? So you're helping another family with a homeschooling. Is that, and then the other interactions you have, is that allowing you those types of connections and conversations and encouragements with other families? And,
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have an amazing community. When Jordan and I moved here 4 years ago, we didn't know a single person.
Yeah.
And, we just sort of picked a house that's a really fun story that we have. But we ended up in this community out in Sam's Valley, and the people there have just really become like our family. And so, we would not give that up. That is a really sweet place. And the friendships that the kids have made and how that breeds family friendships and it's pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
And we have really incredible conversations and connections and all of that with everybody
I can't
there.
even imagine. Yeah, the opportunities you guys must have to speak into people's lives with his job, with your role, with the things you're doing,
Yeah.
and then just people feeling safe around you guys.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff. It's
Yeah.
so neat to watch.
We love that God put us, our technical address is in Central Point, and like that has been prophetic sort of for us, that we are just sort of the middle point of a lot of these houses and schools. And so it is just like geographically easiest for people to meet at our house, and then we go from there. And so
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So great. So as part of the Leadership Council and talking about all the things that God's doing in your home, with your kids, with your connections you guys have, how you're embedded in the community, you're also embedded in Living Waters.
Yes.
So one of the questions we had is just, what is something, as you're a leader at Living Waters in the Leadership Council, you're seeing the things that are happening and what's coming ahead. What's something that you're super excited about that's on the horizon or that God's doing?
I totally love Living Waters. We absolutely love being at church here. And I think the thing that I keep coming back to, sort of the core of what I appreciate the most about this particular community, is the fluidity of moving through this like tumultuous time. And how I was thinking, like, how do I describe that? But the only thing, this is a product of having a lot of kids too, the best way for me to think of it is through that book, Green Eggs and Ham, where like at the beginning of the book, he's like, try green eggs and ham like this. And he's like, no, I'll never do that. And try green eggs and ham like this. And they're like, no, I would never do that. And the whole book is all these things. I'd never. And then at the end, he tries it. And he's like, actually, I would love it. I would love it in all of these different ways. Yeah. And I feel like this, not just for church, but for like society, it's been a time of like, I'll never do this. I would never do that. The world just saying, this would never be right for us. Yeah. And I love Living Waters is saying, let's just try that. Oh, wait, we can do church outside. Yeah. Oh, we can do church with a mask on. Yeah. We love church when it's in the warehouse. We love church when we're like all of those seemingly unlikely situations that we have said, actually, we can do this and we love it. And we are still, it doesn't change who we are. Mm-hmm. It's just changing the way that it's expressed. Yeah. And the more we know about God, the more that we're saying he's in all of those things.
Yes.
So I love that. I love being a part of that.
That's so cool.
So cool.
Yeah. I can't imagine I'm trying to comprehend the amount of dexterity and creativity that we have all been forced to learn through all of this. Yeah. And it's going to pay off so beautifully, and even in the seasons ahead when we're able to take that back into what is ahead and be able to be flexible and nimble and go where God's leading us to go. So such good stuff. Well, this is Summer Burry. Thank you for joining us today, Summer. It's so rad to have you with us and let us get to know you, and just believing that these sketches are telling people stories. And when we know people's stories, we connect with them. And what that allows us to do is to create community. So now you know Summer a little bit. You can come find her, hang out with her, invite them to dinner. It's a small family. They don't come with a troop.
That's right.
But thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today.